Okay, so bear with me as I try to get this to work. So I want to try the board. Bear with me. Okay. Okay. So first thing I want to do is show you how to connect to the board. So when the board is powered on, you have to connect to it. PF lap count LED. It should connect to it. I'm doing this live, so hopefully this works. Your connections are up. Let's see, it should reconnect. You can see that on the screen. Should redirect to, should be redirecting. This is why I'm, oh, there it is. This is why I'm in production, or testing. Gosh, sorry guys. It should come up and redirect as if you're connecting to it to put in your Wi-Fi credentials. But you can configure Wi-Fi for this board. It should go out and scan the Wi-Fi. It finds that there are, see if I can zoom this in for you guys. So it shows my surrounding Wi-Fi here, and so I am gonna go ahead and select my SSID. It pulls in here, and I'm going to put in my password, and that should save it. Now, as it connects, I have it display the IP address so that I know it's .103. I now have to go in and I have to configure it to connect to the Racemonitor, which I have here. Racemonitor's up. It tells me that my IP address is 172.16.1.126. So I will have to change the IP address in the configuration. So in order to do that at this time, I have to put in that IP address that showed me up on the board earlier. I could unplug it and plug it back in if I missed it. At this time, I would have to turn off the board and turn it back on. Sorry, it is loading now. You see that it will reconnect to the Wi-Fi. I did not have to go in and do this initially because nothing shows on the board until it connects to the Wi-Fi, so it finds this. If it doesn't connect to the Wi-Fi, it will come up with the, you have to connect to the PF lap counting board Wi-Fi in order to get to this redirection page. So now we know that IP address, we saw it, so we have to type it in. I believe it said it was 103. I almost hit 102. So here, wish I could, maybe I can zoom this in for you. There's some more things I can do with this, with the style sheets and how it looks, so it can be better for your screen. So right here, host, is where I will put in the IP address to the Racemonitor, or Racemanager, sorry, not monitor. Racemonitor is a different thing that I've been working on. That's so that I can actually display boards. Well, we can get into that later. Right now, I want to show you how this can connect to Racemanager. Should also connect to Orbits. So let's type in the IP address. Oops. Let's type in the correct IP address. What did I say? It was 126. Hit submit. Now that's programmed in there, I should be able to bring up Racemanager, make sure that port 50,000 is enabled. I have a demo mode, and I'll go ahead and pre-start. You'll see that I'm on lap 0. Of course, if I go ahead and hit start, it'll go green. Now keep in mind this is Wi-Fi. So this being Wi-Fi, if you're out in the pits, we can put it out in the pits, we can put Wi-Fi as long as it has connection back to the scoring machine. You'll be able to put this board anywhere that's on the network as long as you are able to log in and give it the IP address of the Racemonitor, Racemanager scoring machine. And as you can see, it keeps up with the laps. Some people have asked me if this goes back a lap. Well, whatever's on the scoreboard, this will show. So, for instance, we have hours that sit on, if you don't complete the lap or all the cars the first leader goes through, we don't count that lap. So let's do that right now. Let's wait till they come over. They come up again. On lap 9, I hit caution. Goes back to 8. And you can see that it is yellow. Now let's say they're ready to go back green. It will go green. And of course, if there happens to be a red flag. Just a second here. Okay. So that when it goes white, that is the last that is completed. So they completed 10 laps. Of course, they're done. Hit stop. Goes away. You save it. And that's how I have this set up. I also have this set up where, let's say you happen to be in the middle of a race. Alright, so you're green, you're in the middle of a race. Now, I have it set up where it will save the config. Not only the Wi-Fi, but it will save the IP address of the machine. So you should only ever have to do that once. As long as the IP address of the scoring machine does not change, you'll be able to put these everywhere. It's great for traveling series, as well as any racetrack that would like the pits to know what lap they're on. So I'm going to go ahead and let's pretend that it loses power. Let me find the power. So it lost power for whatever reason. All somebody has to do is plug it back in. It should. Of course, the first thing it does is tells you the IP address. The next thing it should do is pop right back where it was. There you go. It saves the config. So if I took the board off, as you see, I took power off. If I take the power, I move the board, I don't like where it's at, I disconnect it. As long as I'm within Wi-Fi range, it will reconnect, and it will continue right where you left off. That even being said, that if I just so happen to stop the race, and I close out of Racemanager, so let's say that's up before Racemanager is ready, like you have the people in the pits put this up, before Racemanager is set, it should automatically reconnect wherever Racemanager is. As long as you have a C50,000 is enabled, go to demo, and we go ahead and start. Hopefully it doesn't make a liar out of me. Of course it works. That's awesome. All right. So you see that it resets. So if I hit green, it should go right back to green. So I have it pretty much set up. Once it's set, there's some tweaking that I have yet to do. But as far as that goes, just wonder if anybody has any questions. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and because I want to post this video, um, I'll go ahead and show you some other things that I'd like to that I've been working on playing with. Um, so like I said, if you log into the interface here, you should be able to do other things that I've been working on that doesn't quite work so well, so I'm still working on it. Other than the USB, I haven't fully tested our USB serial connection, so if I want to hook that up to the machine directly, I should be able to do that. I haven't played with that too much, but that was the standard at first. So I'm going to go ahead and tell it to go to Racemonitor. I have that programmed to also tell the IP address when it's not connected. So if I refresh this page here, everything that's listed down here says select the race you would like to stream. I think it's, hold on, let's see here. So if I hit, let's play this, see if this works. I'm just testing this right now, just see how this works. Might take a while because I think it goes out to Racemonitor and it's just working, I guess. Indoor interlagos, whatever. Sorry. It's whatever this says. So, I guess in the summer, when more racetracks are out, it'd be very interesting to see how this works. If it works, if it keeps up, if it works. I don't know, it seems to lag a little bit. I'm not really sure. I think they use different types of syntax than Race Manager. So that's basically what I wanted to show you. So after you hit Racemonitor, there's a lot I need to think about because you do have to put this back. If you don't, then it won't work. That's funny, it switched right back to where we were at here. if you guys are interested. This is just made on a, what do they call this? I don't know, you can buy it at Hobby Lobby. A display board, maybe? What do they call that? Anyway, yeah, so it's just these LEDs. So other things I'm doing is these cables on the side. I got to do a little bit better job of cleaning that up. On the back, I just have my microprocessor and power. I don't know if you can see that really well here, but this is lightweight. You could put this on really anything. What I like to put on is maybe a press board, and then get the outdoor LEDs, and so it'd be outdoor. Figure out what I'm going to do with the wires, what I'm going to do with power. Right now I'm running off of a computer power supply